Oh my god, Tek. Oh my god.
Oh my
Tek.
god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Vasco.
I'm pretty sure I've never seen this before.
How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 1,000,000?
Pretty excited. I always sort of wondered why there wasn't a slideshow for the last chapter. It just doesn't make any fucking... Really? This is a long-ass pause.
Mm-hmm.
The word Polonaise means Polish in Polish. In other words, the hero, Polonaise, represents the greatness of Okay, I'm sorry, should I know what Polonaise is? Is there like a context you failed to give me as to what the hell we're talking? Oh, this is a great... Good text choice. Chopin composed this piece in 1842 at the age of 32, 7 years before his death. But I thought he died younger. I thought he died, like, early 30s. During this period, Chopin's tuberculosis flared up, and he was sometimes overcome by fierce coughing and forced into bed for weeks at a time.
That sucks.
No, it's fine. George Sand was there. It was amidst these difficulties that this great composition in praise of his homeland was born. Majestic, strong, and proud.
Just like that house.
I guess.
Oh, I've heard this.
Feels very prancy. Unabashedly bold. Chopin doesn't always drink, but when he does, he always drinks Dos Equis. The courage of his comrades who had bound together. That is not a sentence. That is a fragment. The unwavering faith of the Polish people. Again, there should be like commas or like semicolons. What is with this
horse? I don't
horse?
think a semicolon works. I think it has to be a comma. Also, it looks like the man's walking away from the horse.
It does look like that.
Fuck this horse.
The pride Chopin felt for the country of his birth could be expressed in no greater or more heroic music than whatever this is.
Also, you're not supposed to stand behind a horse because it'll kick you.
It will. In central France, about 200 miles south of Paris, in the province of Berry, lies a village called Nohant. Is it Nohant mentioned in one of the others?
Maybe.
I think it was. Nohant sounds familiar.
It does.
The pastoral vistas that spread across the land there resembled those near the village of... Seriously? Zawawola? Where Chopin had been... Someone look that up. That can't be real. That's not a real place. When he left Mallorca and returned to France, we're just making up shit now. Through Marseille, he was in very poor health. The atmosphere of Nohant gave Chopin strength. Just like an angel trumpet. Yes!
If only he had an angel trumpet, everything would be better.
Aww. On the outskirts of Nohant, there lay a mansion.
Alright.
A maniac mansion. What?! It was a relatively large stone building with a sparse outward appearance. It was known as George Sand Villa.
That's actually a really pretty picture.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Very dramatic.
The trees in the right look a little gross. That was purchased by Marie Aurore Dupin, George Sand's grandmother. Well, that makes sense.
Sure, why not?
What does this have to do with it? I feel like the further we get into the game, the less these have to do with anything.
Tell me about it.
Chopin and Sand spent their summer in that mansion in Nohant. In bed, like previously mentioned in that other slide.
We're just supposed to listen to it now? Is that what's happening?
I mean, we've sort of experienced that before. We've definitely seen this image before.
Yeah.
Chopin was given a room on the second floor where he was given... Or where he lived an idyllic life.
He might have lived an idyllic life.
Never needing to worry about anything but his piano playing. And his extremely terrifying tuberculosis diagnosis. By this time, he had become a celebrity known to all tabloids. And in Paris was kept busy with social parties, performances, and lessons. Lessons, really? Can you imagine, like, Justin Timberlake trying to give lessons to someone? I mean, I guess maybe if he shows up on The Voice, that counts. It was difficult for him to focus on composing while in Paris. Also, he had fucking tuberculosis. You try writing a composition when you have tuberculosis, you asshole.
We're listening.
But he lived a contented life away from all that in Nohant with Sand and her family. Who, as we already learned in a different cutscene, eventually disowned him. He was sort of left to himself with a poodle house or some shit.
Yeah, right.
The power of Nohant temporarily staved off Chopin's terrible illness, long enough for him to find floral powder.
my god, it's still going.
Obviously. Do you think the slideshows are timed to the music?
Oh, they probably are.
I haven't actually considered that before. I sort of assumed that they just sort of cut off when they ran out of relevant things to make up. And in that peaceful environment, he composed many famous pieces. None of which you've heard of. Chopin's not really that famous by comparison to most composers at this point in history. It was there that this master... We literally already said that. At least once. Maybe twice.
Can we move on, please? We want to fight the boss now.
We might actually end up just cutting until the boss. We're like, there's nothing else really to do.
Oh man, I think you're right. Okay. You're supposed to be reading the music now? Come on.
Yes!
What does that say? Read that to me.
Well, I sort of skipped some of my musical accounting classes, but I'm pretty sure we're in the red. Perhaps it is accumulation of these feelings that Chopin had for his homeland. Or maybe he just felt like writing a goddamn song. Why does everything have to be a production with you people?
Oh my god.
One can feel a kind of power and pervasiveness in this piece. It's difficult to imagine in some bullshit from piano. Piano bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Prancity, prancity, prance. It's almost as if one can feel the invisible power of the entire nation of Poland behind
I
it.
was gonna say that actually.
I
really
feel like
it.
if you're gonna do this, then Chopin's final attack should be to summon the Polish army to fucking wreck a bitch.
That would be amazing. That'd be way better.
What level
than
do you think it has
anything
to
else.
be?
Yeah, right.
If one ever wondered just how proud Chopin was of his home country, it's possible that they could decide for themselves by just thinking about it.
Because we don't provide any relevant information.
Really, we didn't research this at all. This piece answers that question eloquently.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
I think that's it.
And then he died. We're
Alright,
here.
I'm gonna save, and then we're gonna make sure there's nothing else to do. And if that's the case, we'll, like, show you leading up to the final countdown.
It's the final countdown!
You weren't gonna... Yeah, I mean...
I thought you were gonna do it.
Well, I was busy saving.
Oh, it's really hard.
It requires a lot of focus, as we've established already.
Ugh.
More than it should.
So, on a scale of 1 to bullshit, how much easier was that boss than the one I had to fight?
I mean, never having literally fought the boss you fought, I can't say for sure. But using this game's patented speculation system, I'd say your boss was a shit ton harder because I didn't really struggle at all.
Yep.
And I, like, fucked up a couple times, so... You know. Not so bad!
Alright, what's outside?
I'm cutting.
We're cutting after we go outside. Because what if there's a cutscene? There's no cutscene. Alright, time for the final boss. Are you excited, Vasco? It's been a
I'm
long time
excited.
coming.
Are you excited?
How long ago did we start this game? Was it over a year?
I don't think so.
A long time
I feel like it was... You got it for me for my birthday last year, so it couldn't have been longer than that.
That's a good point.
We're
We're close, though.
close to a year?
Yeah, a couple months away.
A couple months. Depends on your definition of close.
Alright, whatever.
But yeah, so as a reminder, I believe you put on the record that your expectation was that the final boss was a marital dispute with George Sand?
Yep.
Is that
That
still true?
That seems about right to me.
That's what you're expecting? That just seems,
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to fit the overarching themes of the game, for sure.
For sure.
For sure. For sure.
Alright, in we go.
Yeah, go in the thing. We've done all the stuff.
Cutscene.
Who could have saw that coming?
This can't be. What have they done? How could they?
I'm not even sure they know what they did.
This is the end. I have to do it.
Do you have any idea what you're talking about,
It's
Polka?
not over.
No, she clearly doesn't.
We must not give up.
What are you doing?
The stakes could not be lower.
Yeah, no, I totally feel you.
Like,
It's like we've already beaten the final boss. They're like, oh
This is
no!
my
What's wrong? It's bad. Waltz
what
was
is-
a bad guy.
it's like, what is bad? There's a hole. I mean, we're in this other nether region that, like, doesn't matter to us.
I mean, it's not as if we have like some weird like scientific basis to like, oh no, if they keep tearing these rifts, it'll destroy
they
the
haven't
world.
even
Like,
mentioned
it's-
that.
Yeah,
They're literally just like, oh, okay, we're here now. What is
this
this?
is where the portal took us.
Where are we?
Grixis! Where are the fingernail windows?
Ugh.
How can that be?
Where are we?
This place is supposed to be a flower field?
What?
It's fucked up.
What? What happened?
Bad things.
Yes, it is. And this is the place where it all began. Where I met you, Polka. The place where this whole dream first started.
So he was not supposed to have existed before then, I guess.
Which is why it's such a fitting place for the dream to come to an end.
Oh, our user
The
told us
time
not to
has
talk during
finally come
cutscenes,
for
so we
me
should
to
stop
confront
talking.
my own
Give the
heart.
users what they want.
Yeah.
I must make my
User's
choice
always
now.
right.
Whatever happens, I'll face the challenge before me. Don't you understand? You're nothing more than imaginary characters I've created in my mind.
Oh. Is he the final boss?
Frederick, what are you saying? What's wrong with
It's a good thing I didn't put him in my party then.
Yeah, because you can't use them.
I am truly sorry, Beat. But it seems I'll be unable to offer my help to you any longer.
Why?
I don't really care. I mean, we already, like, sort of accomplished our goal as much as possible. We sort of killed the
When
guy
I am
we're trying to
defeated
talk
in this
to.
battle, an undeniable truth will be revealed, and this fleeting dream will slowly fill with color and light.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. He's just
Only when this
making up
ordeal has
bullshit.
finally come to an end.
Also, why is he
will I
expecting
so
to
at
lose the
last be
fight?
permitted to leave my physical body.
Just because there's like 13 of them and one of him?
Yeah, I mean, if he's expecting to lose, he should just give up and not make us deal with this bullshit.
Is this the path you've chosen for yourself?
It is. This is my dream.
So who does it choose for you
And
if
I
you,
must be the one to set
Probably
things right.
whoever's next in line. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it just works the same way
This
as when that
world
happens in
we're in.
other fights.
Alright.
And you.
So, I mean, if you say
Must be
that
freed
these
from the
people
tangle of
are
our
a metaphor for
twisted
George
destinies.
Sand, I was totally right.
If you say that,
I say it,
why do you say that?
because I feel like it.
Now,
Now I'm right. Shut up about
test
it.
None of
begins.
them even has a poodle.
We'll see whether whether my spirit can become a lance,
Ugh.
able to pierce through all of you in battle.
Have you seen Chopin's Lance?
We'll see if I'm truly such a weak human being.
Tuberculosis!
Oh god, I'm scared.
Don't you all understand?
I don't know if they've changed
This
his
entire
difficulty
world
level at
is
all.
my
I
dream.
remember him being pretty legitimately tough.
Oh, that doesn't sound good to me. Okay.
We also, at this point, might be a little over leveled, to be
that-
entirely honest.
Yeah, that might be true.
Going down.
Snowclaw?
Shut up, Bean! Lots in the shower!
Good.
Good, we needed that.
Yeah.
Good!
Oh, we never changed her Earth heal.
Kind of
That's probably true.
Oh well. Whatever, Blossom Shower.
shower!
You did it!
I did
I'm
it!
proud of you.
Thanks.
It's weird to, like, see Chopin on the field and not be controlling him.
I hate that move. Oh,
It's fine, you weren't using
knocked him
that.
over apparently. Ugh, I hate this. Oh. Oh. Oh.
You have to damage. He has special moves.
He's not doing much damage right now. I'm not sure what's going
I don't
on.
remember this fight being this weird.
I forgot again.
I'm serious.
It's fine, I'm sure eventually it'll build up to a harmony chain that way. No, it's literally impossible. There you go. Applaudissement Sonic. It has like 12 minutes of rain animation.
Creatures.
I don't get it.
You have that weird status. Although it seemed to take more of your turn than I would have
Yeah,
expected.
I didn't get to do anything.
Good!
There's also like clouds that are moving over the battlefield that generate shadow, in case you hadn't picked up on that, because
No, I
we're all
didn't
like,
see
My way is going down.
Snowclaw. What else? Shadow Beam. Metal Drain. Rabbit Shooter.
so you really didn't remember me tell it? Because like, I remember when I first beat this game, and I only knew like one person who
Got
was,
you, bitch!
Nice. I only knew one person who was interested at all in this game, and they quit playing like 60% of the way through. And so I was like, can I talk about this game? He's like, nah, I'll probably play it someday. And he still hasn't.
Uh-huh.
But so I was like, hey, Tech, like, you don't give half a shit about this game.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I will never play this game.
Nope, and I never did.
Never mind.
Okay.
But I remember telling him, I was just like, so I just beat the game, and the final boss is Chopin,
No, I don't remember at all.
who decides that he doesn't like you anymore, and he just tries to kill everyone.
Thank you. Good.
I think one of the coolest parts about this fight, though, is when you start getting him really low on health, his battle cries get really weird.
Really?
Yeah. But, like, they're very, like, sort of personal in a way. Like, I don't know. Hopefully, like, that has not changed tremendously from what I remember.
Those wings are sweet.
Yeah, the animation on that looks really cool.
You soulless creatures.
Good.
Creeper.
You remember which button was attack?
I remembered the button. It's triangle.
It took you like a quarter. It's fine.
Did not figure it out. Attack is triangle. Attack is triangle.
Which one is attack?
Oh, I missed it. Guard is
You
X. Oh, I always press it too early.
Sonic applause!
You soulless
It's a
creatures.
weird sound. I love that he blocks that by just holding his baton like lamely in his hand.
Yeah.
You can't shoot me. I'm rubber and you're glue.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But so like, the thing that always bothered me about this. Sorry, I didn't want to talk over your favorite battle
Yeah,
cry.
thanks.
The thing that always sort of bothered me about this turn of events is that there's no build towards it at all.
Yeah.
Like
it just kinda happens.
it's a really cool idea.
And it's like the shortest cutscene in the whole game.
I know, right? But like, it always felt kind of unfinished to me. Like there was supposed to be another chapter in this dream world or something, where like he was like fully in control of the dream or something and warped it or something.
Right.
Soulless creatures.
But like, you know, he talks about how it's a dream and everyone sort of blows him off the whole game, and like he doesn't seem to care. And then all of a sudden he's like, "This is a dream, don't you get it? Fuck, I'll kill you all!" And it's like, what? Like, why? Like, why are you so hostile? You
That's
built
what
this
it's
entire
about.
world.
I missed.
You punched him like 3 times.
I missed, and it still took away my echoes. That doesn't make any sense.
Blossom shower. Thank you. Thanks. Good.
But sort of like that's kind of my problem with the story in general,
Or Zelbiali.
which is that like the premise.
It's really hard to attack.
Yeah. Like the premise of this game, I think, is genuinely like really cool. Like you can, you know, you're entitled to the opinion that it's stupid because on some level it is.
Okay.
But like, I think it's really cool that like, I mean, I personally like the fact that they randomly incorporated real-world composer Frederick Francois Chopin.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. It's just not executed well.
It's not executed well, but like, I mean, even if you take that aside and just look at the fact that you have like a fantasy world, like, wow, that was like way easier than I remember.
So easy. Oh, what?
It's New Game Plus. It's telling you can save a New Game Plus.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Would you like to save clear game data? Save it. Save it on 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But like, you know, the fact that like there's an explanation for the existence of this fantasy world, and that there's like sort of rules to it, and that there's like an author, and that there's like consequences to shit happening to him. Like that, there's so much like cool things you could do with that. None of them are done here.
Nope, not at all. So what happens now?
That's a great question. Or, well, it's a question.
It's a question.
Yes. This is for the best. Dear Amelia.
Who?
His sister.
Oh. And they were like, why did we do that? What just happened? I'm sad now.
It's super fucked up. Like, why would you do? It's 12 minutes of awkward silence.
Make up for the lack of cutscene before.
Yeah. Also, just to fit with the style of the game.
Nice dress.
I assume you're talking to Pete.
I can take him even less seriously now.
Is that possible?
It's very red here.
It's pretty red. Wouldn't you say it's a pretty shade of red?
No.
It's like
Thank you, Fred.
it's like despair red.
But I...
Oh my god, look. She's bending her arms. The world is collapsing on itself without him to hold it together.
So if he's dead, how does his dream keep going?
I'm sorry.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know.
Polka?
Stay back.
That was the best take they had? They like cut her
Allegretto,
off.
please forgive me for not telling you about this. If I had told you what I was going to do, there's no way that you would have taken me all the way here.
I've also never been entirely clear on this point. Like, this presupposes that she
I remember.
expected to go to this
I
horrible
remember a
red
while
dimension,
ago.
kill
Yeah.
Chopin,
That I have to
and then
take.
somehow that this was the correct
So
thing
what
to
are
do
you
after
doing?
all of that.
Yeah.
First Frederick and now you? What in the world is going on?
It's almost as if we haven't established any character or motive.
All of us a gift. The most precious gift there is.
We got rid of him.
The death of
What
an
are you
asshole.
saying? Can somebody please explain to me what's going on?
Polka, what exactly is it that you're planning on doing?
Well, I'm standing at the edge of a
Earth
cliff.
heal.
It's
Oh,
something
okay.
that my mother told me about when I was a little girl. And now I finally understand it. I know
She said,
what she meant.
Polka, I really just wish you'd kill yourself. You're so terrible sometimes. I just can't stand it.
Oh my god, is she gonna push her? Fuck you.
I love that she appears as like a Return of the Jedi ghost.
Yeah, I know, right? Use the force, Polka. Let go.
I'm surprised that they haven't put Christian Bale's face on her. God, that makes me so mad.
Hayden Christensen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The only
I was
way
like, wait,
the tremendous waves that
The
fill
Terminator also?
Why not? George Lucas does whatever the fuck he wants.
Hey, speaking of which, completely
Wait a
unrelated.
minute.
Do you ever see
does
that
that mean?
clip that they didn't put in Terminator Salvation
most people
of
live their lives
Arnold
turning their backs
Schwarzenegger
on
is
things
like
too
a
difficult to
decorated
face.
general guy introducing the
No.
machines,
What
but he's got
hurts
this
you
southern
eventually
accent.
becomes a habit, the
And
natural
so
thing
they were
to
like, you
do.
know, they're gonna use me as my
If
body,
we
and I'm
only
really
allow
proud,
ourselves to
right?
see
And then
what
they
we
cut
want
to like
see,
the room
we
where
just
they're
end up
watching this
fooling
happening,
ourselves more
Yeah.
and more.
and he's like,
But
"Oh, the accent
eventually,
doesn't work
we
at all."
cloud our
And then
vision
some
so
guy in the back goes,
completely
"We can
that
change
we
it."
become blind to the small truths that are all
makes me
around
really
us.
happy. Anyway, this game's dull.
The same way the twinkling of the stars is blotted out by the glare of bright city lights. The truth was always there in my memories.
Okay.
Thank you, Mom, for everything. But I'm ready now. And I know what it is that I must do.
What must you do? Why? What's happening?
She's gonna push her. Why? She's gonna push her.
Why is she killing herself? Yeah, nobody
I got
knows.
nothing. I got nothing
Nobody-
for you.
Nobody knows. Even after playing this game 3 times, you still don't know.
Pete, I want
Two
you
and
to
a
know. Your
two and a
photographs
third.
are so
Two and a third?
wonderful.
I didn't make it all the
They're
way through
full of
Encore.
memories that I don't ever want to let
Isn't
go
there
of.
an alternate ending in Encore?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Hey,
There's
I
an
bet
alternate
you
ending
they'll
if you
take even more.
lose that fight.
If I had
If you
any
lose the
choice
fight
in
with
the matter,
Frederick?
I'd never
Yeah.
want to
Oh,
give
like
up
there's
these
like no
memories of this journey and the
there's no
time
consequences
we
to
spent
losing?
together. I know this is
No, that's
hard
not
for you to
correct.
accept
There's a
right
different
now,
ending if you lose.
But it's still an ending.
someday-
Yes.
Someday we'll all meet again. I'm
Yes.
absolutely positive.
You don't get Encore mode? What happens? I must know.
The time has come for everything to be
We
settled.
should do it. It's really
Was
easy to
this
do.
fated
Alright.
to be? Was this always my life's purpose? No. It's a decision I'm making of my own free will.
This game never
This is
really had
something
like a
that has
major
to be
like
done.
fate subplot. So this conversation that she's having with herself about
Yeah, seriously.
choosing
What are
this
you
way
doing?
out like doesn't.
If someone asks her what she's doing one
There
more
is a
time,
place A place where I can make
In fairness, she's not giving them a very direct answer. Polka,
Polka,
what are you doing? There's a meadow in the forest where I once, as a child, took a drink of spring water. Polka, seriously, what the fucking
Don't do
fuck?
it. We'll find some other way to save the world. You don't have to carry all the burden by yourself.
Allegretto,
So-
we've only got 4 minutes to save the world.
So, has the world been, like, completely ruined by something and now she's gonna jump off the cliff and save it? Is that what's happening? Like, are they back in the normal world now and it's just been, like, ravaged by...
Oh, you know, maybe that is what that's supposed to be.
That's because, like, I'm gonna, like, fix the land with my Astra. And I was like, she can't be talking about, like, the real world. It must be this world.
They allegedly appear back in the field where Chopin and Polka met.
Yeah.
So maybe that is what that's supposed to be. I never really made that connection.
My life is nothing compared to his.
In fairness, they don't establish how this could possibly have been the consequence for any of their stupid shit.
Who's him? Chopin?
I think so.
Polka!
Khan!
Polka!
Why couldn't I do anything for her?
She gave you like 10 minutes,
Yeah,
dude.
anybody could have grabbed her.
I think that's on you. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, seriously.
Dying was the only thing Polka could do. There wasn't any way we could save her?
Well, it's good she waited until after What's-His-Face destroyed the world.
Why did Polka,
Right?
of all people, have to suffer like that? What the hell is wrong with this world?
It's pretty red right now.
Damn it!
Maybe we should have cared about the Agogos or something? I'm not entirely clear on any of this.
Nothing's happened.
You come barging into our world out of nowhere, then just leave when you get tired of it!
I mean, you killed me.
This is supposed to be your
I didn't
dream,
leave.
right? Well, then why couldn't you do anything?
Left entirely of your own accord!
Are those Agogos?
No, that's not it.
Yeah,
It isn't
I
a dream
think
at
so.
all. It's real. And I don't know what. But I have to
jump
do
off the cliff.
something.
We watched like a half an hour long cutscene of each character individually
Like-
soliloquizing and then realizing that they have to commit suicide too.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
That's true. Perhaps this is no longer just a dream.
I was never dead. I was just kidding. I don't know why she just did that.
She did. It's implied she uses healing magic on him.
I thought she tried and failed. That's what I thought that was.
I mean, she clearly made an effort. Then he got up. Interpret that as you will. Also, I love how, like, Crescendo and Serenade
Have
are
I
basically,
awakened?
like, Sir's not appearing in this
Long
cutscene.
last.
Oh yeah, because they weren't in the rest of the game and they didn't program them in.
Yeah. Frederick? Are you Piglet now?
So she's dead and nothing's gotten better, so...
The dream was at an end. Oh no. No, it can't be. Not Polka.
What? Did she commit
Doesn't-
suicide
Doesn't like his hands.
and kept him from dying? Is that what happened? She's like still falling.
Thank you, everyone. I know it didn't last very long,
Crunch!
but really,
Like in the middle of his sentence.
this was the most fun I've ever had in my life.
I'd give a spoiler for something we saw recently, but it would be a pretty major spoiler.
Alright.
I will point out, though, that we've created a time
I
paradox.
wonder.
She's wearing the
Will it
wrong
reach out
outfit.
there?
Because we've seen this scene before at the start of the game.
Right, yeah.
I hope so.
If Metal Gear has taught us anything, that
really
means we've
do.
just achieved a game over. She fell in a Minecraft world hole.
Never to stop falling. So what happened?
Yeah, that's a great question.
So what happened? Were we supposed to interpret what happened next and be like, oh, if only they just show us that this clearly happened next?
No, I think it's supposed to be a similar type of ending to Resonance of Fate, where they like give you just enough information that if you pay really close attention, you can figure out, like, the significance of everything. But at the end of the day, it's, like, really obtuse, and, like, you have to, like, think really hard about it. But instead, no. We, Oh, look, he's looking at the world through curved glass.
Oh, man, you guys. All right.
Wait a minute. Did they cut out the really ridiculous part of the credits? I don't...
Is it later?
It might be.
Well, we're going to watch them all, so...
Yeah. So while nothing's going on, what do you think?
I have very mixed feelings about this game, which I think has been clear from the very beginning. I think that the storytelling has some really serious problems.
Oh, yeah.
Like, some really egregious, really bad problems.
You think that the cutscenes don't have enough words and offer too much information?
Yes. What?
Yeah, what is that seat supposed to be? It looks like she's, like, flying away from an exploding coliseum.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that didn't happen.
I just... Like, it's a fun game. I think that you can say you cannot not say that about this game. It is a lot of fun.
The gameplay's great.
The
combat system's, like, really, like, it's pretty intuitive for the most part. It's really, like, rapidly flowing. It's really easy to pick up.
Yeah.
And it, like, it actually has a pretty legitimate difficulty curve built into it, like a correctly done difficulty curve, which
and it
so many
escalates.
games can't do.
It escalates in a really nice way.
Yeah, which so many games have trouble where they'll just, like, hit you with, like, a cliff all of a sudden.
Yeah. Or where you get to a point where, or the opposite of that, where you
Right.
just get to a plateau and you're like,
Yeah,
all right,
like, you just breeze through the entire game and it's,
the
like,
game's
pointless.
over now. Like, nothing's new. But, like, the fact that it changes as you're playing, and they add, like, the party levels, I think, are really
The
important.
party level's a really good system, I
to
think.
keeping this game interesting.
Now, surely they could have done some more things to mix it up.
Right.
Different enemies.
Yeah,
like a little bit more depth to, like, status effects or, like, elements or something like that.
Story aside, I think my biggest issue with this game is the palette swap enemies.
There's a ton of them.
Is that there's literally, like, I mean, someone should count how many actual enemies are in this game versus how many, like, individual, like, changed
How
colored
many
models.
names there are. For
Yeah,
enemies.
right, exactly. Like, it's just, I feel like they could have tried a little harder with that respect.
They could have. I have no idea what, like, the actual development window on this game was. I don't know how long it took them to make the first version.
Yeah. So, fine, you know, whatever. The palette swap enemies is not a big deal. The story just really needs some, like, all this shit with them was completely useless.
Well, like, here's the thing. They sort of spend the majority of the game introducing, like, plot threads and then resolving none of them.
Right.
Because it's like, you know, you sort of, like, meet these, like, friendly kids and, like, you're lost in this world and they're like, this world sucks, but, like, we're children and we are idealistic and we believe we can just go and talk to Count Waltz and fix the world's problems.
Right.
And, like, you have no stake in anything. You're like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Sure, I'll go with these kids. And then, like, you know, you meet Andantino, and Andantino's like, war is hell, man, and we gotta stop Count Waltz because he's, like, ruining, like, everything. Like, he's fucking with people's lives and ruining, like, nature and just everything.
Yeah.
And then you meet, like, the sister brothers, and they're like, oh, like, nature's really important.
Yeah, a-go-go's and shit.
Yeah, and then, like, you find out, like, this espionage subplot that, like, doesn't even develop. They literally just tell you that people are spies and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And then, like, in this version, like, the prince finally comes with you after you, like, go to an evil mirror dimension. And
Yeah, and that whole bit, the prince thing, is, like, going and then there's, like, this completely unresolved bit about their, like, warring countries and all that shit that, like, nothing ever happens with.
Yeah.
It all just feels too... Is this the crazy part you were talking about?
No, although I think I remember this being a thing. Just in case it's not in this version, because they might have taken it out, because they might have actually deemed it too stupid, which would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
In the other version, during the credits, all of the characters appear and say these weird, like quasi-profound things that don't relate to anything in the game or anything else. Mm-hmm. Like, the whole credits, they just, like, appear and, like, zoom in and zoom out, and,
weird.
like, it's bizarre as shit. I have to show you this on YouTube or something if it's not in here, because it's just, like, unbelievable how weird it is.
So she's Jesus?
I think when she jumped off the cliff, she went back in time and appeared
Right.
as Jesus.
Oh, here's that thing you were talking
Maybe
about.
this might be
Death
it.
is a reality that is far too real. But I've walked this dreamlike journey within a dream so that once and for all, I could accept it.
Okay.
And now, the time has come. Everything shall come to its finale.
Such a douchey way of saying that. Yeah, remember the like shell thing that she had?
Yeah,
That like strongly implies to me like time travel.
I suppose that's true.
It's 1:59. There's a clock. We can read the goddamn clock. Did the clock even say 1:59?
I wasn't paying
It
attention.
looked like it said. It did say 1:59.
Looked like it said 158. That's bullshit.
He did.
I regret to inform you, he crazy dead. He like super
Mr.
dead.
Chopin's time of death, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Which one's George Sand? The right one?
The right one.
The other one's his sister?
No, his sister's dead. I don't know who the one on the left's supposed to be.
Who the fuck is she?
Blonde.
She's cute.
Yeah, right?
Nice rack.
Yeah, right? She's probably got boob magic.
I'm sure she does.
This looks like the 100-Acre Wood.
Oh my god, where's Winnie the Pooh?
Man, we should play Kingdom Hearts. You can actually go to the 100-Acre Wood. It's like the stupidest world in that whole game. Is that the first one? I think that's the first one. It might be the second one, actually.
I don't remember seeing it when Nick played the second one.
Yeah, I guess
I never
it's
played
probably the first. I haven't played the second, so it's probably the first.
In the sea? Well, darling, there
I
are
don't
waves
fucking
because of
care.
the moon. Because of the moon? That's right. The moon charms the water in the ocean with its beauty.
And it's not like the moon's not like a motif, so like why is that important?
Just can't sit still.
They just love metaphors so much, they just want to pack it with as much as humanly possible.
Really? Don't you feel your heart start fluttering inside of you when you look at the moon? I do!
Oh god, she's so cute.
She's like painfully cute.
What about the puddle? Will it make waves when the moon comes out too?
I bet the voice actress got like physically ill after doing the scene. She's just like, oh, I can't contain this much cuteness. Ah.
Like the ocean before it can make any real waves. Oh, I see. But that's weird. A little bit of water make waves too.
I won't let you die, Polka. After all, you've only been alive for 14 years. A 14-year-old girl must live her
I
life.
think this is
The
new.
amount of water is the
don't
most
remember that.
important part of creating waves. That can be said about people as well. There are many things in this world that can charm people's hearts, just like the moon charms the sea.
You think she'll find the shell in this
Things like
scene?
wealth, vanity,
Don't know.
status, image, and power.
When the sun is out, they hide in their buds and then open their blossoms only
I
when
remember
it
the
is
scene. I don't
truly
remember the
absorbed.
Chopin voiceover.
Drawing in even the faintest amount of light, they decisively embody it. In doing
Especially with the
so,
talking on top of each
Yeah,
other.
because I remember her dialogue.
they wait for the moment when the world is trapped in darkness, and then blossom with glowing light.
Terrible conflicts.
On the grassy plain,
This
they
is
paint a
weird.
picture
This is
of
really
the
weird.
night
Super
sky
weird.
that was
Too
blotted
hard for you
out
to
by the city
understand.
lights.
I guess.
Isn't it pitch black around you? Isn't the world covered in darkness?
It's like a Twilight Zone monologue.
What the fuck is happening?
Come. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Would be for you to jump into the ocean.
The time for you to blossom has come.
Gross.
Because when you do,
Ugh,
those
not
big
appropriate.
waves
It's
will
not
become
appropriate.
calm again.
So it's
It's a
inappropriate.
14-year-old
Do
girl.
you
Come on.
remember?
It may be difficult
You said it
to
was
do,
up to me
but if
whether
you
I
can
wanted
be
to call
very
them Heaven's
brave,
Mirror.
You'll bring joy to the person who means the most to you. Really?
I'm still allowed to choose, am I not?
Then I'll do it!
I feel like you can only appreciate this version of the scene if you've already seen the other version.
Really? Do you know what they're talking about?
Like, I mean, yeah, it's not relevant. I just mean, like, the significance of his addition doesn't mean anything with it.
Yeah.
I choose to call it Heaven's Mirror.
That's a special attack.
What? What's she doing?
Oh, Mommy, I'm sorry. But I think someone's calling me.
That was in the other version, and it didn't make any sense.
I see. Then you must have met the person who is the perfect match for your Astra.
Gross.
That is gross. He's old. She's young.
Well, he's the person that you choose to believe in, so I'm sure he must be wonderful.
What?
Does he mean something
did
completely
so
different when you
want to
had
see
that
you.
voiceover?
What?
But now, I suppose the only thing I can do for you is to tell you this.
Tell her what? You look pretty with flowers in your hair. The end.
That will be important for your wedding day. Remember it.
Come back someday, and do your best.
What? You guys.
Okay, Mommy. I'll see you later then.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
She disappears.
She does. Look, she's doing it. She turning into an Agogo?
She's the Queen of Go-Go.
Oh my god.
She was the Queen of Go-Go all along. Hashtag episode title.
Oh my god. The aliens are taking her away.
My people need me, Mom. Bye. People are gonna be so mad in the comments that we like don't understand this bullshit.
They really
Even
are.
if I have become a bit more like the seawater,
Oh my god.
How much do you love this game?
the beauty of the moon.
Alright, leave a comment if you understand what the fuck is going on.
Open
Explain
Thank you.
explain
Poke
the story of this game
Please.
in 500 words or less.
What is that? The span of one comment?
I don't know.
What's the character limit on one comment?
I have
think
no
it's
idea.
about 500 characters.
I don't know what it is.
Or no. I'm sorry. Because they did Google Plus, I don't think there is a limit now.
Well, whatever. A paragraph. Give me a paragraph that explains what the story of this game is. I'm talking like 10 sentences
This
tops.
is definitely a little different for the other. I'm like 99% sure of this.
Is it making any more sense to you?
Like, remotely more sense. Like I said, the Chopin voiceover makes a huge difference to that scene. It was really ambiguous before. They kept talking about, like, oh, like, the voice of the person. I was like, Allegretto? Like, what? Like, how does Allegretto factor into this? Like, I don't understand.
There she goes. Somewhere.
There she goes. There she goes
Oh my
again.
god, I really hope it, like, plays right now. Look, she's old now.
She's falling up. She's been falling up for 14 years.
It's a long time to fall up.
It is. She's trying not to have a Wile E. Coyote moment, because if she realizes there's no ground under her, she's gonna fall
Yeah,
again.
she's gonna not know how gravity works, and
Yeah.
everything's okay. Back again.
Doesn't this feel like it needs the wind effect?
Tornado!
Oh my god, it's a cow!
Yep. It's gone now. We'll have to rebuild.
She goes back up. Did it, you guys? Polka, what are you doing? Just explain it! We're not gonna try and stop you, I just don't understand.
Did they see her?
Now she turns on them and she kills everyone. The power of the Agogos.
It's Polka. She's
How
glowing.
many times in this game do you think they say that dialogue?
Ugh. Now I am become God. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Lightning! Chopin's better. What the fuck is happening?
Well, Chopin decided she couldn't die by projecting his thoughts like 13 years into the past or something.
Uh-huh. She's still wearing the wrong dress, though.
She is.
So is she gonna, like, heal the world now? Is that what's happening? Yes. Okay. That was the part I was waiting for. So, like, what was the point of her sacrifice to begin with if that wasn't gonna solve it?
But I still don't understand how she thought... Like, sure it worked out, but how did she think that was going to go down?
Yeah. I did it!
Because, like, I can't imagine she assumed that she was going to, like, relive her own life for, like, I don't know, 6 years or something, and then Chopin would call her back, and she would somehow, even though nothing has changed in her lifetime, be able to travel forward in time to the moment she killed herself and save the world. Like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No. I'm glad you agree with me. I'm so confused. I'm more.
I'm
more confused now than I ever.
Like,
have
this makes
been.
more sense to me than it did the last time I watched it, but, like, I've never really made... This has never made sense to me.
Are they gonna make out?
Gotta go to third base.
Ugh. This game takes a really sudden turn.
There's something, like, weirdly, like, more uncomfortable about, like, implying that than just saying they, like, get it on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't like it.
Tilt up into the sky. Everything's okay as long as you tilt up to the sky. Game? Ah!
What are you waiting for?
Why is it still going? Is that like Polka Real World or something? IRL Polka?
If so, that's a new addition to the game. Although, as you may recall early on, I was like, I don't remember that woman being here.
What?
They changed history. It's Quantum Leap. Just kidding. He's a fucking ghost. Instead, it's A Christmas Carol.
He whips out a thing and starts talking to Ziggy.
I always love the sound effects. How can a computer run that way?
I always found it confusing that it was just like random blocks. Like
I know.
together. Like, what are you doing?
It's like translucent, like glow-in-the-dark Legos.
Yeah. Looks like someone took apart a Rubik's Cube and it was just like, there, done.
Actually, no. You know what it looks like? It looks like it's made of those, you know, like the 90s toy commercials whenever they'd, like, shoot an action figures missile.
Right.
They'd hit, like, this wall of, like...
Yes,
yeah,
right, it
those
looks like
stupid
that,
blocks
yes.
that, like, don't exist. And thus Chopin invented the player piano. Game over.
They're so obsessed with Chopin and his piano playing, they couldn't make it look like he was actually playing the piano. Really?
You know what else bothers me? Clearly the character you play as in-game of Chopin is very preoccupied with his dead sister and, like, whatever regrets he has about that and not being able to do anything about it. But, like, there's, like, one slideshow that mentions it.
Yeah, right?
Like, and I think I said this the first time I beat the game. It's like, the biggest problem with the storytelling is that they don't stick to anything.
Yeah.
They, like, choose, like, 50 themes and execute none of them.
Yeah,
and it's just like, it's like, this game is about everything, man. Whoa. Your fingers can touch everything except themselves.
Oh my god, that totally blew my mind just now. You know, they call them fingers, but I've never seen them fing.
I've never seen Fang.
Oh, there they go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they added this character just to do this, because I'm pretty sure this wasn't in the other version.
Yeah.
They added a large amount of, like, weirdly unhelpful things to the end of the game. And it does appear that they have replaced one of the most entertainingly absurd things about this entire game with this.
Is this better or worse?
depends. Like, the end credits to the other game are real stupid. Like,
Yeah.
really, like, maybe the dumbest thing in the world. They are extremely, really stupid.
Here you go, more credits for you. Story and director. Hiroya...
He didn't write the story.
Katsushiba.
He is the story, and he is the
Well,
director.
Hiroya, better luck next time?
You do not understand.
There's power within my melodies. Not my madness, though. No power there at all. It's really incapacitating.
There's plenty of power within the madness that this game awakens in me
Yeah?
from a nebulous dream.
Oh my god. Well, we did it.
We did it.
We did it. How many episodes was that? Do you know?
You would probably know better than I would.
Nope, no clue. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this game.
I mean, it's clear people have a fondness for this game the same way I do.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but one seemingly recent viewer made some like really passive aggressive comment while we were playing through this game about very recently as well. That like, oh, like if people who actually understand this game appreciate this thing. It's like, so no one appreciates this? Because I'm pretty sure that's not a possible thing that could happen.
Zing.
I mean, like, there is a certain... I feel like if you were to play through this game, if someone made like a deck of index cards, and each one had like one theme written on it,
Yeah.
and you played through this game looking only for that one theme, you would find a certain amount of internal logic, but the overall story would still be jumbled and somewhat incoherent.
Yeah.
But like, there's no way that it all ties together. They didn't even really make an effort, if we're all being honest.
Yeah.
Like, the end of the game it's not established, it doesn't come from anything. About halfway through the game, they stop even building towards anything, stuff just randomly starts happening.
Yeah, but it's important to note, though, like, to everyone that's going to get pissed about all the ragging we're doing on this game, is that we both really like this game.
I love this
Like,
game.
this-
This is genuinely one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where I would rank it, but this is definitely one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
It's still really stupid, though.
It's stupid as hell. But you gotta love it. So,
I mean, we said very similar things about Residents of Fate.
yeah, I guess that's true.
Although, like, we had the benefit of me doing homework in order to try and understand the cutscenes of the game.
Yeah, right?
Maybe we should just do that with every JRPG from now on.
Oh my god. Alright, in my opinion, our next foray into JRPGs,
Yes.
Final Fantasy X,
Yes.
has a lot more internal logic and sensibility to it than any of the games we played thus
I
far.
think it has more internal logic, to be sure. And so, like, as you're playing through the game, it feels more coherent and, like, just... You can understand it. Like, it
Right.
feels like it makes sense. But I do believe that the story will break down more than you're expecting it to.
Really?
I believe so.
I remember it making complete sense to me. I don't remember being nearly as confused as this game has left me, or
I
Residents
mean-
of Fate. And as a younger human who is less tolerant of games like this,
But I think it's a different kind. I think that with Final Fantasy X, now that you're older, you will sort of wonder about characters' motivations, and they will not make sense.
that's fair. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yes, we
So,
will find out.
in case you haven't figured it out already, we're playing Final Fantasy
We've
X.
said it like 4 times. It's not a reveal anymore.
What
People
else-
know this.
What else are we playing next?
I mean, we're still kind of in discussions for that. I mean, we have that upcoming release that comes out like 2 weeks from now or something.
Really?
I think so. I think
man.
we're real close to that.
Thank God, finally. So I guess we'll be doing that then.
Yeah,
And then other stuff. We're going to change our schedule up a little bit.
it's true. There will be news. Things will happen.
Yeah.
Probably some kind of announcement. I don't know what it'll be.
But let's call this, for anyone that's made it this far, clearly interested in our channel and clearly interested in seeing us play more games, right? Let's call this video the place.
Oh my god, the Frédéric Chopin Museum
What the hell?
at the National Frédéric Chopin Institute. Can we go?
We can totally
Can we go?
Let's go.
I bet they have slideshows. I bet they have like hourly slideshows.
All right, let's call this video the place to vote for other games you'd like to see us play. We've had a lot of comments on a lot of different videos. But if you want to see us play a certain game, leave a comment.
Is this specific to JRPGs? Are we collecting the JRPGs?
Any game. I'm guessing, based on our viewers so far and the comments that we've gotten so far, that the winner will certainly be a JRPG. No promises, we'll get to it immediately, but
I'm
we do need
also
to...
fairly convinced that we will not get a consensus.
You think so?
Yes, I have noticed that while people have given us many suggestions, and while that is helpful, we almost never get the same suggestion, like, more than twice.
I feel like Star Ocean's been suggested.
Star Ocean is maybe the exception to that.
Anyway.
Although everyone who suggested that has also said, it's going to be really fucking hard for you to do that, because there's like 4 games, and like only one of them is on a current-gen console.
Yeah, well, maybe not then. Anyway, leave a comment, and, talk amongst yourselves.
Hey, wait, this is like Namco Bandai. How come there aren't action figures? How come there aren't action figures?
Would you buy them?
Yeah.
I'll get you the whole set for your birthday. How's that?
Yeah.
Great. Finn.
Alright, I guess that's the end of the game, and so there's really only one thing left to say. And thus Chopin truly was the King of Thieves. Thank you very much for watching. Good night!
What's happening?
One day, the caterpillar asked
What?
the snail, Mr. Snail, you know many things. Could you tell me what kind of shape is the shape of life?
There was a title, by the way. We missed it in the recording, but there was a title.
No,
that
it
said
was,
that.
I mean,
And
I
answered,
think it was production credits.
well, Mr. Caterpillar, I think that maybe life is red. Like a ripe tomato.
It's not a shape. That's not a shape.
The caterpillar
Chickens don't
laughed
clap!
happily and said, no, Mr. Snail. I didn't ask about the color of life.
That's a good point.
I asked you about the shape.
Why is he wearing a fucking scarf?
The
But the snail is
nodded
naked.
and pondered. And then he answered, well, Mr. Caterpillar,
Damn it, Winnie the Pooh.
I think maybe it has a sweet scent, like a pot of honey. The caterpillar
It takes
let out
6
a
bees their entire life
disappointed
to make
sigh
1
and said,
teaspoon of honey.
no,
What is their
Mr.
lifestyle?
Snail,
I don't know.
I
Few
didn't
months.
ask about the scent of life. I asked you
I swear, if he
about
fucks up
the
one more
shape."
time, that caterpillar is going to cap him in the
Everything's
ass.
in 3s. He has to fuck up 1 more time.
The snail nodded and pondered
See?
and thought some more.
Son of a bitch.
Then
He's just gonna pull out a gun and kill him.
Mr. Caterpillar,
He's gonna pull out an arquebus.
it murmured.
Oh, what?
Beats
Like a
stupid
babbling
hammer
brook.
gun thing.
The caterpillar.
You know what,
finally
Mr. Snail? If you're not gonna take this seriously, forget it.
shook
I don't even know why I started this cutscene.
I'll go ask Mr. Owl.
Mr. Snail.
He knows a thing or two.
He just goes up to Mr. Owl.
The
Owl,
sound
what
of
shape
life.
do you think life is?
I asked
Yeah,
you
let me tell you. A 1, a 2, no,
Stop licking me!
God.
The snail nodded and pondered, and at long last he finally answered.
Oh, for the love of God.
Well, Mr. Caterpillar, I think that maybe it has a sharp, sweet flavor, like a juicy
I
cherry.
bet if we deconstructed this, the whole rest of the game would make perfect sense.
Losing
Oh
his
man,
patience,
there's a code.
the caterpillar
And in like the shape of the
and
stars.
said, "If you don't want to answer me, then
He really basically
I'm not
said
gonna
that.
ask
He
you
said basically
anymore,
tells him to fuck
Mr.
off.
Snail.
Yeah.
Goodbye." And with that, the caterpillar turned around
Please fade to black.
and went home.
Please, for the love of God, fade to black. Do it, please.
When
Just
he was
this
gone,
once.
The snail nodded and said, "Oh, Mr. Caterpillar, you already knew the answer.
Why did you just say that? What is happening?
Happiness, disappointment, sorrow, anger. These are the sights, smells, sounds, and tastes. Life can take on many different shapes."
That was awful.
Don't you see how it's an allegory though? Thank you for playing. Signed, Stale and Caterpillar.
You're welcome, guys. It was our pleasure.
What?
What a time.